Fishermen are still under pressure as citizens refuse to buy fish over fear that it may be poisoned. Today, employees of the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute and fishermen of Orange Valley went to the Gulf of Paria to collect samples for testing, hoping to prove fishermen and friends of the Sea Secretary, Gary Aboud, was wrong. Mr. Aboud's report, also done by Kariri, has been condemned by several fishermen. Mahalia Joseph has more.
Orange Valley fishermen are taking matters into their own hands to find out the truth behind the fish kill.
So what we did is that we hired Kariri to come on the site itself, catch their own samples and take their own soil samples, take it back to their lab and give us the findings.
To date, their fish sales are still on the decline as the population is scared to consume fish.
When you go out there to sell, even if you have fish from the East Coast or the North Coast, people are not eating any fish because they are very skeptical about where the fish has come from. On the other hand, we strongly believe that the fish in our area is very good for eating because we are still eating it. The export market is still buying it, and the export market exercises strenuous FDA standards when buying fish fresh on ice. Some of the fish that has been discarded, you see it floating on the shoreline, right? Those are not poison fish. The fact is the fishermen have nothing else to do with it. They can't even give it away because people don't want it.
The fishermen say if exporters are still buying the fish, then it must still be safe to eat.
So why it is not good here to eat? That's the problem we have. There are people who don't export their fish. They're taking the same fish and sending it to America. But today, in our country, the same fish is not good to eat. So this has been our problem. And we voiced our opinion that Gary Aboud has something major to do with this. Right? He cannot come and take people's livelihood, as I said, livelihood, and put it at stake.
In 2 weeks' time, their report by Kariri on soil and fish testing will be completed.
We went to 5 different locations outside, right? We got a sample from each one of them, different types of fishes, right? And we have some of them in the cooler here right now. As far as I saw, well, the fish in them came out good, but still to test.
Fishermen and friends of the Sea Secretary, Gary Aboud, said last week that the group was sorry about all that was happening with the fisherfolk, but he said the safety of the population was more important. Mahalia Joseph, Sea News.